Hi and welcome to my weekly environmental roundup. Spot SDCs closed down 20 cents last week, finishing at 38.20. Normally as we get closer to surrender we see a bit of an uptick in price. However, the large creations have pushed that price down a little bit over the last week or so. Spot LGCs, they were down as well. However, they closed down $3.50, finishing at 40.75. They traded pretty steadily at 43.50 during the week, and then we saw some last minute selling just pushing that market down. It'll be interesting to see where they go over the next week or so, whether they drop below the $40 level or whether we see some opportunistic buying coming through to pick that price back up again. The Cal 21s were also down, but only 75 cents. They finished at 33.50. Cal 22s down 10 cents, closing at 23.90. The Cal 23s, they were up $1.25, closing at 14.75. Often when we see the front end move in one direction, the back end will tend to move in the other, whether it be some liable entities deciding to shortfall this surrender and then picking them back up, and then picking them back up to sell in a few years' time, or vice versa. So we saw the front end was down at $3.50, the back end was up $1.25. Cal 24s, they were also up just slightly, finishing up 20 cents at $6.40. The VIX and the ESCIs were both up 25 cents, closing at 35.25 and 27.25 respectively. ACCUs were flat, finishing at 16.20, and NZUs finished just below that $35 mark at 34.95. Analysts have predicted that Queensland could move to 100% renewable energy within 15 years. The findings were released as part of the state government's Power Up Queensland vision and stated that most of the required projects are already in the development pipeline and that these projects would create thousands of jobs. Across to the other side of the country, the Western Australian government has granted state environmental approvals to the first stage of the Asian Renewable Energy Hub. This proposes to build 15 gigawatts of new wind and solar power in the state's Pilbara region. The project is expecting to produce predominantly solar power during the day and wind power overnight. Ultimately, the project will look to supply power to the Asian region, with developers saying that there is more than enough demand for new electricity projects within the Asian region to support up to 26 gigawatts of power at the Asian Renewable Energy Hub. That's a hell of an undertaking over there, and it'd be great if we can export all that renewable power and make use of our vast landscape. That's all from me today. I hope you have a great week.